Hi everyone, I'm Frank DiMaria, CEO for Frank's Basements, owner here, and I have the unbelievable pleasure of being able to sit down today with Kayla, who is on the women's Niagara hockey team that we have the honor of sponsoring. And we want to take some time today to just ask a couple questions with Kayla, talk about our relationship with the team at Niagara University for the women's team, and get to know Kayla today. So here's Kayla.
Hi.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
We appreciate it. So Kayla's offered to come in to Frank's to tell us a little bit about herself and a little bit about what she's doing. I am unbelievably humbled to be in her presence. She is a student athlete who has a focus in biology, who's becoming a doctor with a specialty in sports medicine. Couldn't be more proud. And Kayla, listen, this is, when I was given the opportunity to sponsor the Niagara University women's hockey team, it was so near and dear to me. I have two children, but I have a daughter. And when I hear stories about folks like you, I can only hope that my daughter takes a path similar. And I'm just so proud of what you've accomplished. And I was hoping maybe you could talk about that a little bit. But maybe we should get started by asking when did you start playing hockey?
So I started playing hockey when I was 6 years old.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. Skating.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Did you have the thing that you had to hold while you were going around?
Yeah, I had that, and then once I was done skating for a while, I would sit down on a cone, and my dad would just push me around the rink.
That's fantastic. Yeah. And I also have the honor of knowing your dad. Great guy. Has helped us out a lot, and really good guy. So want to shout that out as well. But what's been the best part of playing college hockey for you?
For me, I'm able to continue playing the sport I love. I'm able to travel different places. We're able to go to Sault Ste. Marie and Pittsburgh and all different places all over the country. And I'm making memories with teammates who could be potentially lifelong friends, and it's absolutely incredible.
What's the coolest place you've ever been to? Hockey related.
Hockey related?
Yeah. Or that you've got to play at, or like a cool arena. Because I played hockey for a really long time myself, and I remember sometimes I'll still walk into arenas and I'll get that that ice smell, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I remember. Yeah.
We played, I believe it was Gene Policini in when we played against RIT, and that was a really nice rink, so I really enjoyed playing there.
That's awesome. Yeah, very cool. Kind of a question that I'm curious with, but who do you look at as your idols? Female sports players, male sports players, doesn't matter, but who are the people that you look to that you're I want to emulate what they're doing in their career? Or who inspires you to be at your best?
That would definitely be my parents. They've worked very hard to get where they are in life, and my mom has always been my biggest supporter. She always believes in me, especially in times when I don't necessarily believe in myself. She always believes in me. And my dad, he's great. He always pushes me to be better. He sees me for who I am and who I can be just with that little nudge. So he's always pushing me to be better, not just academically or as a player, but just as a human being as well.
Yeah, I know your dad has a huge love for the game. How has that translated into what's the best pep talk or advice that he's given you?
Just go out and play. Just go out, have fun. You play this game because you love it, so go out and enjoy.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's really cool. I love the passion that you meet this with. It's cool. So, and you're a pretty laid back person.
Yes.
But I've seen clips of you playing on the ice, and you're an absolute savage, which is fantastic. I love that juxtaposition. It's fantastic. But this is really important question to me, and I hope it is to you too. But what does being a woman in sports mean to you? And I don't mean to trivialize the question or by any means, but I'm particularly interested with. I like to see the progress that we've been able to have with really trying to support women's sports more, and I want to see more and more of it. Like I said, if my daughter's on the ice someday, I'm going to be there, face pain, I want, so, but what does that mean to you, and where do you see it going, and what do you think that people should know about, I guess?
I'd say for me, being a woman in sports, it means being a role model, especially for younger girls like your daughter. I think it's important that they see women playing sports and think, hey, she can do that, I can do that too.
That's cool.
So I think that's very important, and we really got to see this. After varsity, sometimes there would be a younger girls team, maybe 8 or 10.
Yeah.
And our coach would be like, hey, is there any chance anyone can stay after practice just to skate with the younger girls? So we would stay after, and like we just played tag with them, but they had so much fun. Just the smiles on their faces was incredible. And I think a lot of us realized how much we really are role models to these younger girls. I mean, they'll come out of their dressing rooms early just to watch us get down to practice.
That's cool. Yeah, that's really cool. Do you remember having those experiences as you were like growing up in the rink as well?
Yeah, I remember we did a couple clinics where actually the Buffalo Buttes came and skate with our team, which was really cool to see all these professional women's players, and it was such an inspiration to us. And they were all great. They were all very kind, and they were all very welcoming for us. That's cool.
I love that. We have a really cool community in Buffalo, but a really cool hockey community as well. It's pretty unique, right? The last question I want to go over with you is, talking to my daughter, talking to a lot of young women or anyone, just trying to get into sports, what advice do you have as a student athlete for anyone who wants to really kind of take this path? Like, what has been some of the challenges and hurdles? What do they need to know, and then what advice would you give? And because I need to know that information. So when my daughters and your age, or even my son, I want to know how I can best steer them.
Especially for girls, there's going to be people out there who tell you you're a girl, you can't play hockey, you can't do this, you can't do that.
What are their names and where do they live? We'll take it out.
But there's always going to be doubters in life, no matter what you do. So my advice is do what you love, do what makes you happy, and if you love it, work as hard as you can. You never know how far it'll take you. So just work your hardest and do what you love. That's
awesome. I love it. That's fantastic. I really want to thank you for your time. Thank you so much for being such a wonderful representation of not only Niagara University, but of just a good person. You really are, and really proud of what you're doing. We got your back here, and just thank you so much for being here. So again, Kayla, Niagara University women's hockey team, we're so proud to sponsor them at Frank's Basements. Anything you want to finish with, or anything else that you want to say?
Just thank you for your support.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
You have games coming up we need to know about?
We have 2 more home games before our playoffs. We play RIT the 19th, and then we have our senior night February 8th at Dwyer Arena at NU.
Awesome. And if anyone that's listening wants to follow Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that kind of stuff? Okay.
Yes, Niagara Watch a D2.
Awesome. Excellent. Well, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you so
Appreciate it.
much.
All right.